Right, Honorable Speaker, my chair knew about the report and received a copy. There were 3 areas of dissent by the President, and we agreed on 2, and we only found 1 area of dissent. Right, Honorable Speaker and colleagues, members of Parliament, we, the undersigned members of the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, would like to state from the onset that we support legislation that provides legal effect to mining and minerals in our country. In the Mining and Minerals Bill 2021, maybe for technical reasons we shall have to correct someone because the President replied to Mining and Minerals Bill 2022. In his letter, it carried throughout 2022. That's technical. We may have to correct it somewhere. Was tabled, and we discussed it as a committee. And pursuant of Rule 205 of the Rules of Procedure, on behalf of the undersigned members, I hereby present a dissenting opinion on the overall opinion of majority of our colleagues. The background of this, Right Honorable Speaker, is that this House passed the Minerals and Mining Bill on the 18th. 4 months after passing the bill, the President returned it to the House for reconsideration of those 3 areas. The areas of dissent, we dissent with the majority of the committee on only 1 ground. That is excessive and open-ended delegation of minerals excessive and open-ended delegation of ministerial powers to define and determine the classification of large-scale mining. Right Honorable Speaker, we agree with the President on the reasoning and his concern over the definition of large-scale mining. However, we disagree on the proposed amendment to cure the identified mischief. Excessive and open-ended derogation of ministerial powers, Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the power to make laws with significant ramification on the citizens of the country is exclusively vested in the House by Article 79 of the Constitution of the Republic of this country. Delegating the authority of determining what is considered large-scale mining to just one office of the minister is bad legislation, in our opinion. I'm aware that anyone, of course we are aware that any one of us can hold that office. That notwithstanding, the inherent self-interest usually demonstrated by individuals holding public office is the reason some countries like Tanzania and Zambia have cured this dilemma by establishing a threshold in the Mining Act and throughout statutory instruments. Right Honorable Speaker, in the bill we had proposed that large-scale mining be defined by the quantities of minerals that would be mined in a year, and we defined it by 1 million tons. And the President says that some minerals, some precious minerals, you don't have to extract that much to be termed large-scale mining, and we agreed with him in principle over that. We have studied and made benchmarking on 2 countries and discovered that Tanzania mining law provides for the equivalency of large-scale mining licenses and defines thus special mining license means license for large-scale mining operation whose capital investment is not less than US$ 100 million, all its equivalent. And the President talked about the heavyweight capital investment, and Tanzania looks at it in that end at the amount of money, the investment in the capital investment. On the other hand, the Zambian mining law provides the size of licensed area as follows: that large-scale mining means mining over an area of a minimum of 121 cadastral units and not exceeding 7,485 cadastral units. Friends, for cadastral units, if you could define it rudimentary could be an equivalent of 33,400 hectares. So Zambia defines the land, the size of the land. We therefore propose, Right Honourable Speaker, that this House would compel the committee to interact with the technical officers from the ministry. It should be noted that the proposal of 1 million was from the ministry. It wasn't a committee's idea. And to us to reach the conclusions we didn't interact with any technical person, but only members of parliament sat and changed. So we therefore think it would be very important for us to sit with the technical committee, technical members of the ministry, to get a befitting definition in taking into consideration the President's advice. We recommend that this House finds our proposal worth considering and accordingly allow the committee to scrutinize the said part of Clause 8 of the bill. Right Honourable Speaker and honourable members, we request you to consider and support the minority part in that effect. I submit.